There's two reasons why you're listening to this today. One, you know me and support me. Two, you're a nosy old shy. Either way, I'm happy to have you. You're listening to the Unedited Podcast.
Do you think you can handle it? Do you think you could? Do you think you could handle it? Do you think you could?
So here I am. I just finished episode 5. I'm at the halfway point. I said I was going to do 10 episodes and I'm so happy about it. So I wanted to have like a little reflection episode so I could just have a little chat about each one and how much I thoroughly enjoyed doing them. I had so much fun. My husband said it was like the RTE canteen. I was just dragging in whatever friend I had. But I did, because my friends are absolutely deadly. Each one of them gave me an amazing story and they inspire me all the time. But I couldn't go through one podcast without mentioning me nanny. Jesus, I can't go through one day without mentioning me nanny. She's on my mind all the time and she's in my heart forever. And look, you're probably sick to death of listening. But the truth is, she's my greatest inspiration. She's the reason why I'm doing this and I didn't even realise it. Like, when I look back and I reflect on my life with her and how she was so kind and loving and warm to everybody, and she offered them a safe place, somewhere that they could just feel a little bit comforted, I then realised that's exactly what I wanted to do for you. And I didn't even know I was doing it, if that makes sense. I decided to tell my story and I decided to come on here and start speaking to you is because I felt the urge to, because I felt people needed a bit of comfort, and I felt things are crazy, life is crazy, things are going on all the time, the world is changing, everything is so fast paced and we don't know whether we're coming or going again. So I just wanted to give everybody just a couple of minutes every week where you could just sit and think and reflect and talk and feel inspired. And I hope that's what I did. I think that's what I did. Episode 1, I wanted to share a bit about me. I wanted to describe how I got here, what I did to get here, the things that I went through, the therapies that I chose to do, and how interesting and fascinating and empowered I felt by doing them. And I loved doing that episode. I was joined by Michael, the chapter coach, and he's always great fun, and I'm so lucky to have him in my life. I loved that one. Episode 2, Gemma Dunleavy, one of my oldest friends. One of the greatest people I have in my life. I don't have to ring her every day. She doesn't have to ring me. We see each other a couple of times a year, but we see each other every year without a doubt, and we are there for each other no matter what. And we're dream chasers. We're goal getters. That's who we are. We love it. And we're together. We'll always be together, no matter what. And we touched on the relationship that we have with Emma. Now, them two are thick as thieves. They're best as friends. But they love and adore me, and I love and adore them. And we have a great respect and love for each other. And it's a real case of women empowering women. And that was something I wanted to share with you. And it was deadly. And she's deadly. Episode 3. Well, that was just me. Just telling you a bit of real talk. Shit that goes on. Things that we do. How we feel, elements of my relationship, elements of how it works, and the bleeding fear. My God, the fear. But I wanted to relate with you. I wanted to let you know that we're all in it together. We're all the same. We all do stuff like this all the time, and it's perfectly okay. Like, don't be worried about what anybody else thinks. You just do you. That was the message for episode 3. Episode 4, Dominica Kearns. Even when I say her name, it's like a little in me heart. I love her to bits. She is one of the softest souls I have ever met. I value our friendship so much, and her story is mind-blowing. Like, I mean, when you think about it, I have a friend who is openly, honestly saying to you, the whole world, that she talks to the dead. Like, how that confidence, that belief in herself, in her way of living, for to sit there and say that to everybody else. This is the same girl that couldn't even speak, the same girl that wouldn't even speak in our friends group her whole life. She put so much work into herself to find her happy place. She is so inspiring. Dominique Kearns is somebody to look up to. She is somebody to respect. She is an absolute force, and I'm so happy I shared that with you. Episode 5. I had to bring Michael back on. How could you not have Michael back on? And we spoke about boundaries. Boundaries, one of the greatest tools you can have in your life. One I didn't even know I had. Didn't even know they existed until I had them. And they're so, so powerful. I hope it was educational. That was the intention. The intention was to teach people about boundaries. Maybe you're doing it. Maybe you're doing it and you're not even aware of it. But do be aware of it and use them when you need to use them, because they're amazing. So that was episode 5. So we have 5 more to go. 5 more stories, many more topics, and a lot more giggles, I hope. I'm so grateful looking back on the last 5 episodes of how many people has listened. And I'm so excited to share the next with you. But remember that this podcast is a safe place for you. It's a place where we can get together, have a conversation, relate, and know you're never alone. And just to be a bit nosy. I'll say it again soon, if you're nosy enough.
Do you think you can handle it? Do you think you could? Do you think you could handle it? Do you think you could?